Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Marky, and today is our last Little Nightmares 2 tutorial. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you excited to see something new? I know I am all of those things. It is going to seem like deja vu in this video. I pieced together my last 3 videos to make one giant video with every single collectible, which includes the hats and the glitchy remains and every achievement. I have put them all in order from the earliest to the latest that you can get these items as you play the game. I did this because I felt that some people may need just the achievement guide, and then I thought some people may just need the hat guide. However, if you're like me, you might need this video with everything all in one, so you don't miss anything and then have to backtrack and then replay the game like 5 times like I did. But anyways, without further ado, let's play. Hat number 1 is the paper bag hat, and you will get this by default once you start the game. Hat number 2 is the Mokujin mask. Mokujin mask. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry. This is a pre-order bonus. If you pre-ordered the game, then you will have this hat in your inventory at the start of the game. The first glitchy remain in Chapter 1, The Wilderness, is at the first collapsed bridge. You're going to need to jump down on this box and then head to the right into this cavern. And the glitchy remain is at the end of the cavern, and you can just collect it. The second glitchy remain in Chapter 1 is after you hit this bear trap with the stick. You're going to go down this log, but before you keep to the right, head back to the left and crouch down under the log to go underneath it into another cavern. The first achievement is going to be the Evasive Prey achievement, and all you have to do to collect this is reach the house in the woods without dying to a single trap, and you can just replay this level over and over again until you accomplish that. The second achievement is what's in the box, so you're just going to open up the fridge and you'll receive this achievement. Hat number 3 is the Raccoon Hat. You can find this in Chapter 1 inside of the hunter's house. Right after you leave the kitchen, head down the hallway and then to the left. Once you are in this room, the hat is sitting on the rug. You will just need to pick it up and then it will be added to your inventory. The third achievement is in the palm of my hand. So you're going to hold 6's hand for 6 minutes. And right here is where I got it. The best way that I figured out how to get this achievement is every time you are around 6, you're going through the game, hold 6's hand for everything. And then you'll eventually get in the palm of my hand. The fourth achievement is 26. So you're going to call 6 26 times total in the playthrough of the game. But it only works when she's present. So later on in the game, you two are separated and you call her, it's not going to work. So right here in this example, this is the first time that you're going to call 6, but you can do this immediately right after you get 6. If you just hold 6's hand for 6 minutes, you'll get it, and then if you call 6 26 times, you'll get it. Hat number 4 is the Nome Hat. This is only available with the Little Nightmares 2 DLC. If you have the DLC, the Nome Hat is in the attic of the hunter's house in Chapter 1. Once you collect the key from the attic, a gnome will run past you to the left. Go back to the room with the taxidermy woman who you pulled the crank from. Yeah, the one you ripped off the arm of. Climb on the broken mirror and jump on the ledge under the window. From there, grab the ledge right above the window and up into another level in the attic. You will see the gnome run to the right and behind some luggage. Open the luggage on the floor and the gnome will run out and to the right. Climb up on the crates under the cardboard box, and this will cause a gnome to jump out of the cardboard box and into the dresser on the left. Open the dresser drawer and the gnome will run right. Climb on the seat and jump on it a few times to make the gnome run out and to the right, knocking a pitcher over and revealing a hole to crawl through. Crouch and go through this hole in the wall, and then head right. Once you have gone far enough, the gnome will light a match, lighting your way. In this area, the gnome will follow you as long as you follow the path, so start by going up and then to the right and then down. Once the gnome is on the shelf and looks like they can't go any further, grab the cart that has some boxes on it and pull it towards where the gnome is so the gnome can jump on the cart. Now push the cart back to the right, over to the other shelves, continue right with the gnome, and the gnome will then open the gate that is blocking your way. Go through the gate. The gnome then will light a lantern. Now you are able to pull the switch, and this is going to light the entire area. You're going to head out of this area and back to the left, over by where the gnome jumped on the cart. When you get to this area, there is a dresser that has a drawer sticking out on the bottom of the screen. You'll be able to pull it out and climb up on this dresser to where the gnome started. Follow the path, climbing up on the shelf, and continue right, walking on the boards in between the shelves. When you reach the location of where the gnome was by the switch, the gnome will be gone, but the gnome hat will be there for you to pick up. Once you pick up the hat, the gnome will push the board open on the right for you to climb up and exit. So from where the hat was, jump down and go to the right and climb up the boards and into the hole in the wall where the gnome was. Once in the hole, climb all the way down to the floor and pull the board on the left that is blocking the hole in the wall. Once you pull it off, climb in the hole. Now you are at the beginning of where you first entered the attic and you can leave. Long drawn out, but hope that helped. The third glitch you remain in chapter 1 is after you get the key from the attic and leave the hunter's house. Go to the outhouse and have 6 help you up and open the outhouse, and there it is inside. The 5th achievement is Fair Prey. For this, right here, right before you get to the hunter, you're going to put on the Raccoon Hat, which you found in the hunter's house, but you're going to wear the Raccoon Hat for the entire ending sequence where the hunter chases you. Hat number 5 is the Rain Hat. You will find this in chapter 1 in the woods on the other side of the gap where you had to pull the bridge up and let 6 jump across, and then you jump across and grab 6's hand and she pulls you up. The Rain Hat is in the gate hanging from the tree. You will climb on top of the boxes and then jump onto the hanging cage. Once you are on top of the hanging cage, jump a few times and it will knock the cage down to the ground, thus opening the door on the cage. It just knocks it off. Then you're able to enter it and grab the Rain Hat. The 4th glitch you remain in chapter 1 is once you get to the beach at the Pale City, the glitch you remain is by this TV. And the next achievement you're going to get is called Wild Kids. So you're going to find all of the glitchy remains in chapter 1. Once you actually complete chapter 1, you'll get the achievement Foraged. The first glitch you remain in chapter 2, the school, is after you solve the TV puzzle, you're gonna go up the stairs with 6, and the glitch you remain is off to the left by this TV. The second glitch you remain in chapter 2 is at the schoolyard before you enter the school. It is by a bicycle. Hat number 6 is the soccer ball hat in chapter 2, right before you enter the school. Once you move the dumpster to reach a playground area, the hat is on the dumpster by the front door of the school. You just need to pick it up before you climb the sheets into the school window on the right. Now, the next achievement is in chapter 2. Once you get to the school and you're in the play yard, you're going to want to put on the ball hat, which you'll also find in the play yard. But once you put on the ball hat, you're going to run through the goal and it's going to get you the achievement referee. The next achievement is called Fly Free. Once you enter the school, you're going to collect the airplane in the children's room, and then you're going to take it back to the window that you climbed in at and then throw it out the window. The third glitch you remain in chapter 2. Before you enter the teacher's classroom, you're going to open up this locker by pulling it, and it is inside. The next achievement is right after the classroom where you snuck past the teacher and the kids. It's called Bully of the Bullies. So you're going to want to get to the left where that door is. So you're going to want to go to the door as shown here and make noise, and then you're going to hear the kids start running towards you. Go all the way to the right where the bookshelf is, because you need to get a lot of the kids underneath the bookshelf. And as the first child walks into the room, you're going to climb up on the bookshelf. And the best way to do it is to not jump to the left or the right off the bookshelf, but to jump directly back from the bookshelf. And there's also this lone child that gets you every time. I couldn't figure out a way to collect all of the bullies into this room and hit them with the bookcase, but if you get majority of them and it's just this one child left, you will still get the achievement. The next achievement is called Merciful Feet. When you get past the classroom and go up the elevator, you're going to come into a room with a child that's tied up by a rope, and the best way to do it is to lure the child to one direction, let him fall back, then run and grab the pipe and run off the screen over to the right and hit the door. And once you make it into this bathroom, you will get the achievement Merciful Feet. You just don't want to hit the child. Hat number 7 is the Tin Can Hat, which is found in chapter 2 in the school library. After riding the elevators and you made it through some vents, you will reach a library. You can't miss it, is where all the books are at, right here. Once you drop into the library, you'll grab the rolling ladder and move it one shelf to the right, and then climb up this ladder, and the tin hat is on the left once you reach the shelf on top. So the next achievement is called Half Hat, and that's obtaining half of the hats. And I'm not sure exactly when I got mine because I don't have the DLC and I didn't get the pre-order. So my hats, the total amount of hats that I can get is 10 because there's a total of 12. It still gave me the half hat achievement. So I'm thinking right around the soccer ball hat, if you collect them in order, or the tin can hat is where you would get the achievement half hat. The fourth glitchy remain. After escaping the library, head up the staircase and go to your left, and it is sitting right here. The fifth glitchy remain in chapter 2 is after you solve the chess puzzle and before you go into the cafeteria, grab this card and move it to the right. But before you climb up and go into the cafeteria, head to the left and open this door. There's a glitchy remain on this freezer. The next achievement that you can get is called monotones. So once you get to this piano, you're going to still pull the crank and lift the piano up and wait till it falls, and then once you climb on the piano and run back and forth, you'll get the achievement monotones. The sixth glitchy remain in chapter 2 is after escaping the teacher and you're back in the alleyways of the Pale City. There's a glitchy remain by this paper boat. The next achievement is called School Kids, and this achievement is unlocked once you've collected all of the glitchy remains in chapter 2. The last achievement for chapter 2 is called Schooled, and that is by completing chapter 2. In chapter 3, the first achievement is called True Colors. You can't miss this. 6 is going to just put on the raincoat, and then you get the achievement True Colors. The first glitchy remain in chapter 3, the hospital, is after you get the flashlight, head to this back room with all of the beds, and you'll see it right here. So the next achievement is called Hunger, and ultimately you're going to want to go up to the vending machines, and there's 2 in the hospital, and you're going to keep pulling it until it stops spitting out snacks. So I got it after I pulled the lever on this vending machine, but I'm not sure if it's because I already pulled the lever on the other vending machine on my other playthrough. So I don't know if you need this vending machine and this vending machine, but keep pulling it until all the snacks are out of the machine. The next achievement that you can receive is called X Best Friends. You are going to go behind the X-ray machine. 6 is going to pull the switch and you're going to hold 6's hand in the X-ray machine. Hat number 8 is the teddy bear hat. This is located in chapter 3, the hospital. Once you finish tuning the TV and pass the X-ray machine, you'll reach a room that's full of toys. There will be a stuffed animal in the middle of the table. Climb up on the shelves on the far right and pick up the teddy bear hat. The next achievement is called Toys Are for Kids. And the way that I got this is go ahead and put the teddy bear hat on. I've read somewhere that it says if you burn all 3 teddy bears in the incinerator, then that's how you get the achievement. But I literally just had on the bear hat, and I took down the only bear with a key, and then 6 threw her duck or her toy, and it gave me the achievement. I think it's that you have to have 6 down there with the toy, and as you can see, she threw that toy. The second glitch you remain in chapter 3 is after you unlock the door, once you solve the X-ray puzzle, go past the room with the prosthetic limbs and go to the back of this room, and you're going to see it over here. The next achievement is called And Stay Dead. So after defeating the hand, you're just going to hit it 3 more times with your weapon. The next achievement is called Popcorn. So right after you open up the left side with the fuse, you're going to grab this corn and take it down to the incinerator. Throw it in and pull the switch and let it make some popcorn. The next achievement is called Objection. So right after you get through the patients, you're gonna land on this bed and grab this piece of cheese and then take it to this hole back here in the room with another glitchy remain in here, but you can put the cheese in this hole and get the achievement Objection. The third glitch you remain in chapter 3 is after the patient area, you're going to climb up inside of this vent and go to the left. Once in this room, you're going to drop on a bed and leave out to the left, but head to the back over by this gate and go through the hole in the back right. Go through this room to the left and you'll see a glitch you remain by a hole. The fourth glitch you remain is in the shower room by the switch in chapter 3. You're going to pull this box in the back left and go through the vent, and you'll see the glitch you remain by this bathtub. The next achievement you will get is Sick Kids, and this is acquired after you've collected or found all of the glitchy remains. And the achievement after this is the medicine ball. So after you escape all of the patients and you get to the electric chair, I guess that's what it is, you'll find a medicine ball on the ground. Pick up the medicine ball and throw it at the mannequin's hands, and that's how you will get the achievement. Hat number 9 is the Bandage Hat. You can find this in chapter 3, the hospital. After you get past the first encounter with the doctor and you fall from the ceiling into the morgue, you will go through the locker. Yes, I researched that term, and the name for the individual holding cells for the bodies in a morgue is called the locker. Anyways, once you go through the locker to the left side of the morgue, you will go to the left side of the table in the middle of the room and open the bottom locker to find the hat. You will just need to pick it up. The next achievement is First Do No Harm. So after the chase scene of the doctor, you are going to escape the incinerator like normal, but instead of pulling the switch to burn the doctor, you're just going to leave, and he's just trapped in there. Instead of killing him, you're gonna save him pretty much. So the last achievement in chapter 3 is called Hospitalised. It's right after you've completed chapter 3, and that is all the achievements for chapter 3. The first glitch you remain in chapter 4, the Pale City, is once you escape the hospital and leave out via this window, you're gonna head to the back where this manhole is and climb down the ladder and you'll see the glitchy remain at the bottom by the edge. The second glitchy remain in chapter 4 is after you solve the elevator puzzle, you're going to get on top of the elevator to go into this next area. And once here, head to the left and move the box out of the way to go through the vent to the left, and you'll see a glitchy remain at the end of this vent in this room. The third glitchy remain is right after that last one. Over to the right, you're going to go underneath this awning and climb on the box inside of the window into another room. Hat number 10 is a mail carrier hat, which is located in the Pale City in chapter 4. Right after you pick up the remote control, you will enter the room that is full of letters and packages. We're going to call it the mail room. Once in this room, drop into the hole in the middle of the room, climb up the mountain of letters on the left, and go through the vent. Once inside the vent, you will see the hat. Just pick it up. The first achievement you will get for chapter 4 is called Unladylike. So right after the mail room, you are going to slide down this hanger and leave out this window, and then go to the window back here and go in for a glitchy remain, and you're going to knock down this statue and break it, and you'll get the achievement Unladylike. The fourth and final glitchy remain in chapter 4 is after the mailroom. You're going to grab this hanger and slide down, exit out of the room before you go to the right, back through that window, and then go to this window in the back and climb through. You're going to go into this room and see the glitchy remain by the statue, and you have found all the glitchy remains. And once you get the Unladylike achievement and you collect this glitchy remain, you should get the Pale Kids achievement, and that's finding all of the glitchy remains. This should be your last glitchy remain in chapter 4. And once you collect the final glitchy remain in chapter 4, where the statue is, you will get the achievement No More Remains. That is when you have found all 18 glitchy remains in the game. The next achievement is called Post-Industrial. So you're going to need the Postman hat, which was right there, and then over by this elevator puzzle here, once you go through the trash chute, you're going to open up the briefcase that is in the bottom right corner, and there is a letter inside. Once you grab the letter, you're going to take it out of this room and to the far left over by a door with a mail slot with a hand sticking out of it, and you'll get the Post-Industrial achievement. Hat number 11 is the Newsy Hat. The Newsy Hat. We're just calling it the Newsboy Cap, which is located in chapter 4, the Pale City. Once you go through the alley and into a toy store, you will find a shopping cart. Push that shopping cart to the left over by this shelf and climb up and go towards the doggy on the wall. That is, that. It is sitting on top of some packages. Just pick it up to collect it and add it to your inventory. Now, quick tip, if you push the shopping cart down on the ramp before you pick up the hat, you're gonna have to probably go back to last checkpoint. I don't know if it's gonna let you, but once that cart is down the ramp, you can't push it back up. Believe me, I tried. The last achievement is called Paled, and that's completing chapter 4. The next achievement in chapter 5 is called Signal Interruption, so you're just going to complete chapter 5. Hat number 12 is the Fedora hat, or the hat that Indiana Jones wears, and this is the last hat you will get. In order to get this hat, you must complete the game and just start the game up again. You can even start your same game but from whatever chapter, and you'll see it in your inventory. The next achievement is once you complete the game, you can start the game back up at any point, and you are going to put on the Agent hat, which is unlocked after completing the game. Once you put on the Agent hat, you're going to get the achievement Far Ahead, and that is obtaining all hats through the game. And then once you have put on the Agent hat and got the How Do I Look achievement and the Far Ahead achievement, you will get the Primetime content consumer, and that is unlocking all achievements and trophies in the game. And you have now collected all of the achievements. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if this video has helped you. It helps out a ton with me. Also hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more videos from me. And don't forget to leave me a comment. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, what game should I play, tell me a joke, whatever you like. I would love to read them, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!